Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gomansing. An omnibus bill has been introduced to the Senate, and according to our delegate to Congress, Donna Christensen, it will increase the number of low-income residents eligible for special assistance from the federal government, amongst other things. News 2's Shaniqua Robinson has more.
An omnibus territories bill has been introduced to the Senate. Bill 1237 was introduced by Senator Ron Wyden, who chairs the Committee on Energy and Natural Resources, which has jurisdiction on territorial issues.
This is the product of several months of discussion. It's the first omnibus territories bill in a long time. I don't remember exactly when the last one was introduced and passed, but it has to be at least 10 years ago, if not more. So we're very pleased that he introduced it, and it's a companion for a bill that is very, very similar in the House.
Like the House bill, the Senate version includes provisions requiring the Department of Interior to assemble technical, policy, and financial experts to address the energy needs of the insular areas, providing for a popular referendum regarding a chief financial officer for the U.S. Virgin Islands, increasing the number of low-income residents eligible for special assistance from the federal government, establishing the Castle Nugent National Historic Site, establishing the Sincor National Heritage Area, and adjusting the amount of local federal fund matching required of each territory.
It's also an economic development tool because our management agency will then work with the communities to develop a plan and also go after funding for which St. Croix would be eligible for up to $1 million a year for 10 years. And so it's a real good economic development tool for St. Croix that provides an opportunity, especially for more local people, to get involved in the tourism trade.
The United States Senate hearing on the bill has already been set to July 11th.
The Senate has still been resistant to some extent to get it passed. So if a referendum is all that we can get, if the final analysis in this Congress says, that's fine with me.
Shaniqua Robinson, News 2.
Now, this omnibus bill will reiterate the needs of the small offshore territories, and again, the hearing will be held on the 11th of July. Well, last Friday was a day of relief and celebration for most Virgin Islands government employees. In 2011, an 8% cut was implemented by the Senate to government employees' salaries to avoid drastic fiscal alternatives. This year, in spite of the talk that the cut might be extended, the VI Senate chose to fulfill their promise that come July 3rd, the 8% cut will be restored.
We should be more creative on the executive side to ask the Fed, say, look, work with us. We have some pressing issues here. I have citizens who barely could make it, can't afford to buy groceries, can't afford to pay the electric bills. Can we wait a few months for this so we can get some stimulation and relief for the people of this territory? So that's, in essence, the plan. Expenditure cuts, revised balanced budget that absorbs the expenses that came about in the current fiscal year and do away with the things that are not priority, revenue enhancements, and cash flow support. So this.
Meanwhile, News 2 hit the streets earlier today to get local residents' thoughts on the reinstitution of the 8% and how they feel it will affect the territory.
The 8% cut coming back to us, it wouldn't really make a difference because we as Virgin Islanders, we live above our means anyway. We got the 8% and we're still living above our means. If we get it back, we're still going to live above our means. But my advice to the community is, if we do get the 8% back, use it wisely, save your money. So just in case we get another cut, we won't be in such a deficit.
I've already adjusted my lifestyle to the 8% cut, and I can wait until October. I don't really need it back right now, but what I can wish I can really get back right away is my tax refund.
Rodney Carrod Sr. has been confirmed as VI Police Commissioner by the Senate on Friday. Carrod retired back in April of 2012, but returned at the governor's request after former Commissioner Henry White Jr. resigned. Carrod served as chief of the St. Thomas St. John district from 2007 to 2012. He was hired as an officer in 1987. In 1999, he was assigned to the High-Intensity Drug Trafficking Areas Task Force. In 2001, he was promoted to lieutenant and a supervisor until 2007 when he became chief. Everyone knows by now that the government has a problem paying its utility bills on time. As a response of sorts, Senator Terrence Nelson has introduced a bill to alleviate some of the obstacles. Bill 30-0017 would establish an account that holds all the funds appropriated by the legislature to pay the government's bills when they come due.
Is to give the government, I believe, better control over paying its utility bills. We see over and over the years where the various departments, as they continue to experience a cash flow shortage or whatever it is, choose to pay the utility bill last. We've heard over the years that when the government does not pay its utility bills on time, the utility has to forego maintenance when it has.
Well, former NSA contractor Edward Snowden may be asking for help from the Russians. Snowden's associates have reportedly delivered papers requesting permission to enter the country and leave the Moscow airport. We get more from Danielle Nottingham at the White House.
NSA leaker Edward Snowden has reportedly applied for political asylum in Russia. Traveling in Tanzania, President Obama said talks with the Russians continue.
There have been high-level discussions with the Russians about trying to find a solution.
Speaking in Moscow, Russian President Vladimir Putin said he will not send Snowden back to the U.S., but Snowden will have to stop leaking sensitive NSA material if he wants asylum. And a German news magazine has published a new report based on new information from Snowden. It says the U.S. bugged the offices of the European Union here in Washington, D.C. European leaders want answers from the White House.
Is this the basis for a constructive relationship on the basis of mutual trust? I think no.
President Obama did not confirm the reports, but he said every country gathers intelligence.
I guarantee you that in European capitals, there are people who are interested in, if not what I had for breakfast, at least what my talking points might be, should I end up meeting with their leaders.
A former member of the French intelligence service says Western European nations have been spying on the U.S. for years.
Certainly France is spying the United States when they can.
These latest allegations of spying could harm free trade talks between the U.S. and the European Union. Danielle Nottingham, NEWS2.
And keeping our eye on the economy, the markets are regaining some of last week's losses following better than expected economic news. Manufacturing activity jumped in June because of more orders from foreign countries. Analysts believe economic growth overseas could help U.S. factories rebound in the second half of the year. This is the New York Stock Exchange with Scotiabank's Stock Market Watch. Everything up. The Dow 65, NASDAQ 31, S&P 8. Coming up on NEWS2, prices at the pumps. What are we looking at the rest of the week? Plus, well-wishers continue to show support for Nelson Mandela. That's coming up next. Independent gas station operators in the territory are now paying $3.09 per gallon for regular, $3.48 per gallon for premium, and $3.38 per gallon for diesel. These are the prices at the pumps. Hovenza lowered the wholesale price of fuel after the rack rates were adjusted. Regular lowered by 17 cents, premium by 15 cents, and diesel by 7. Those prices include the 14 cents per gallon tax that the refinery collects for the VI government. These prices are effective through Sunday. Well-wishers continue to bring cards, flowers, balloons, and artwork to the Heart Hospital in Pretoria when Nelson Mandela is being treated for recurring lung infections. Mandela's wife was also seen entering the hospital. Hundreds of visitors streamed the hospital on a daily basis to lay tributes and pray for Mandela. On Sunday, President Barack Obama and his family paid tribute to Nelson Mandela by visiting the bleak former prison of Robben Island in Cape Town. The 94-year-old Mandela's struggle with a lung infection has been a somber backdrop to Obama's 8-day Africa trip. The government has not issued any updates on his health, but said his condition is critical but stable. President Obama begins the last leg of his 3-nation tour of Africa This morning, he continued, the president will arrive in Tanzania following a visit to South Africa, in which he paid tribute to the ailing Nelson Mandela. Well, many made their way to Love City for the opening of Fredsville. The ribbon cutting and ceremonies were underway on Love City, St. John on Friday in the Cruise Bay parking lot. Then it was time for music, food, and fun. The entertainment lineup is as follows tonight, Monday, July 1st. It's Poison and Daddy Jones. An exciting lineup on Tuesday, July 2nd with Express Band, Crossfire, Bunji Garlin, Fan Lions, and Asylum. Now on Wednesday, July 3rd, things heat up even more with Spectrum Band, Kess the Band, Small Axe. And then on Thursday, July 4th, Are We Band, Cool Sessions Brass, Roy Cape and Blacks featuring Benji, Denise Belfon, and Patrice Roberts. Now don't forget, on Thursday, July 4th, it's Juve time. That begins at 4 a.m. Then the parade at 11. The fireworks light up the sky during the fireworks display, 9 p.m. at the Cruise Bay Harbor. Stick around, your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.